Caught up here with Emil once again from Arrowhead Game Studios, and we finally got to see sort of your vision of the Showdown Effect, even if it's just an early build and just a teaser basically of what we can expect from the game. What are you showing off here at GDC?
We're showing off a vertical slice of the game, and we've worked pretty hard on the whole graphical style so far, and also the core mechanics like the dodge system and those little details that you will probably notice if you play the game now. Really want people that try it to see what it's like meant to look like, more like what it's meant to feel like, pretty much.
I think one of the things that struck me now that I actually saw it in action and not just thinking about the concept was how it's focused on the duel. 2 players showing down, even though it's 8 player altogether, it's still going to be that sense of a duel.
Yeah, I mean, when you're more than 2 players in a duel, it will feel like you're 2 players plus 1 or plus 2. And we want it to feel like you have one nemesis and you have to bring your nemesis down, and if other people get in your way, well, then you will probably have to kill them too.
Collateral damage.
Right, that's it.
So, but you're still locking down like the specifics of game modes and so. But could you talk us through a little bit about what your philosophy behind that is and what you wanna achieve with those once they're nailed down?
Well, we want to achieve something more than just the regular run-of-the-mill game modes like Capture the Flag or Deathmatch. So our main game mode will be something called Showdown, and the specifics of that is not really, it's yet to be decided. But we have ideas about the whole taunt system with the one-liners playing a significant role in that, granting you extra points or like giving you health boosts whenever you pull them off and stuff like that. So the one-liners are supposed to kind of cement the whole 80s action movie feel together with actually having a gameplay effect, like gameplay mechanic effect.
So how will the one-liners work? Will it be like if you pull off a really long one-liner, it's going to be extra beneficial in terms of points, or are you going to have something like that working?
Well, I think we've thought more in the lines of if you down someone that hasn't really died, you can go up to them and just press the one-liner button pretty much, and then you lock onto them with this execution mode, and this takes some time for you to finish this the one-liner, and if you do, you get to execute them. But that also leaves you vulnerable to attacks from other players, and that obviously works best if you have more than 2 players in a match, and also this kind of nemesis system where you don't always know who will attack you, whose target you are. So yeah, there's a risk-reward thinking about the whole thing, so that's definitely in there.
I also understand that you could use one-liners when you're healing yourself, for instance, to get boost of that?
Yeah, we have actually started recording some of them just for fun, and
professional voice actors or yourself?
Well, something in between, I'd say. A little help from my friends, so to speak. But the whole thing is, so we have this bandaging system that is kind of active reloads from other games, but with bandaging. So if you time your bandage right, you will pull off a one-liner and you'll get a health boost or something like that. Some such. These are all just theoretical ideas right now. We just have to try them out. But it's definitely a part of the whole game feel.
So what we played now, we had pretty down-to-earth weapons and stuff like that. But I understand you also have somewhat more grandeur plans for other weapons in the game.
Yeah, that's kind of in line with our whole idea of how to create a world that makes sense, because we want to make this base of weapons that are kind of believable, and then you can from there just go wild with anything. So you have the regular, like the rocket launcher, you have the M60, you have the Desert Eagle, whatever, and then you just, when you have that and the player knows those, you can unlock stuff like laser weapons and guidable missiles and stuff like that to make it more like fun for playing around with, not just the whole strict strict competitive thinking. It's more like this. Yeah, it's supposed to be a fun game as well. I mean, we're thinking a lot about the balance, but we want to throw in stuff that makes people want to play around in the game as well. We want you to be able to just sit down for 15 minutes and play a match or do whatever, whether it's for ranked matches or just like joining a game with a friend and play around with, you know, what if a shotgun-wielding samurai were to meet Neo from Matrix, and then you just dress up like those two and just battle it out. So imagine cool matchups and just play them out, pretty much.
And as far as the fact sheets tell me, you're aiming for a Q3 release on PC and Mac. Looking at this game, I think everyone who sees it would love to see a console version. Is that something you're thinking about at all?
We're not thinking about console version at the moment. We are thinking Mac and PC because that's pretty much the what we feel that we can do pretty much anything we want with, and the whole game lends itself to very well to the whole PC control thing. We're actually looking at gamepad support, but no console thoughts as of yet.
Yeah, I think it would suit a gamepad well as well.
Yeah. Cool.
So Q3, the Showdown Effect.
Sounds
Yeah,
about right.
yeah. All right. I try to get a little bit of a showdown feel there to the end of
I
the
gotta practice that.
shifty eye. Yeah. All right. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Det var kanske lite awkward på slutet.